Welcome back to the Broker Power Up podcast, the AIME podcast for strategy, stories, and insights to help you close more loans. I'm Tommy Golightly, joined by Jonathon and Haddad. How are you?
Yes, sir. Ready to go, my friend. Action-packed week. I feel like every week is action-packed.
It
That's
is.
how it
I
goes,
mean,
yeah.
it's 2026, something new every day.
Mhm.
Well, we have the Broker Buzz, where we're going to dive into the top posts of the week in the Brokers Are Best Facebook group and discuss what's trending, what's working, and what you need to know. Then we're going to dive into sales pitch training and a story. So, but first, as we start every podcast, a fortune cookie. And today's fortune. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. This is so good.
It's such a good one. Yeah.
This
Take
is
it.
so
You this one you go first. Go for it.
You can run fast and go as like entrepreneur that you are the only owner. You're the owner, you're the operator, you're the independent mortgage broker, you're a one-man shop. You can go fast. You can get things done right now because no one's telling you have to do something else. But if you want to go far, you need a team, and to go together, you need other people. And I couldn't agree with this more. It's just, you are able to do more. You're able to have another set of eyes on things before they go out the door. You're less prone to making mistakes because you have other people working with you. More eyes on a project is always better than less. If speed is your game, I mean, but then the problem is what happens when you get sick? What happens when you are reaching retirement age and you can't do things as fast as before? Like, there are all these things that just, yes, it may seem great to go at it alone and get everything done by yourself, but there's a limit to what you can do. Now with AI, that might be changing, but that's just a capacity increase. It's not a quality increase because you still only have the limited amount of time in a day to get stuff done and to look stuff over. Like, yes, AI can crank out 3 books for you today. Great. Did you read them? Do you know what's in them? Are you okay putting your name on it? I wouldn't personally, but what does it mean for you?
No, man, I love that. It's like you had a lot of thought behind it too, especially because as you go through life, you understand how important it is to have the right people around you. You
Yeah.
really do. And you try so hard where, and I don't know, I'll speak from a male's perspective on this, but especially as a man, you sometimes will look and go, okay, I'm going to do this by myself. I'll figure this out. Like, I don't need anybody. Okay,
I can bring all the groceries in one go.
That's yes. Like, screw that person, or that person's an idiot. Oh yeah, I could do it better than so and so. And then you start working, and you're like, what am I working so angry for? You know,
Yeah.
it's just like you just like, what am I doing right now? I'm like motivated by anger and frustration and like proving people wrong. And then once you get over that and you understand that, hey, having the right team around you is just so much easier and better to push because you also motivate each other if you're all fighting towards the common goal. But I love that one. I've heard that quote before many times. I'm sure so many of you have. Very, very special, and it means a lot, especially with the community we're trying to build here at AIME. It's definitely a joint effort. Everybody plays such a big role, especially with how small our team is at AIME. All the stuff we do, like, people don't realize the events we put on with how small of a staff we have.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, this is probably one of my favorite ones that we've got because it's just the truth behind it. And it's just a good reminder of,
Me too.
you are the sum of the people you surround yourself with, which is a rule that I live by myself. But yeah, let's dive into the broker buzz with our first question of the week. It's a long one, but promise, stick with me. It's a good one. It's clear to me that lead gen is not the bottleneck or the issue. Never really has been. We can turn the faucet on and off at will. Lead gen programs and AI systems, they've purported massive lead influx, are mostly overrated. My struggle is different. Finding the balance between releasing AI onto those leads first, the ISA, appointment setter, caller, warmer, upper. And yes, I've been told I need both. We have thousands of VA buyer leads sitting without the human bandwidth to nurture and convert. Going to hire an ISA here really soon, but want to have a blueprint for the follow up where we strike the right balance between AI bots and ISA calls. Furthermore, recent regulatory changes pertaining to AI phone calls are concerning. I admit I don't know what I don't know. This post is as much an observation as a plea for help. If you've struck the right balance, and I'm not looking for lead gen programs, between human follow up and AI follow up, please share if you will.
So this is really good. So basically, how do I find the balance between structuring my AI call bots and getting an in-house sales person is what the ISA role is. So number one, you're always going to have your ISAs that are absolute killers. I know several of them that are monsters on the phone. They wake up to do this for a living. Now that's very far and few between. A lot of the ISAs are just like everybody else, just going to get bored and time usually they'll come out of that role after X amount of time and they'll want to do something else. So, first and foremost, I love that you're thinking about doing both. I think it's exactly what you need to do. The second piece of it is it sounds like you're working VA Earls pretty heavily because you said you have a list of VA clients on there. So there is a lot of importance to it. So what I will say is this: the market right now got a little volatile, and when rates go back up, you don't need as many people. So what I'm going to say is going to sound harsh and going to say, I don't care. You're running a business and I want you to run your business as effectively because your business has to remain healthy. When rates start to plummet down, then you can bring on more ISA people that coincide with your AI bots. Okay. It'll work hand in hand really, really well. But when rates go up, you have to make the decision as a business owner. You have to cut people. And oh no, John, what are you talking? Yes, you have to maintain your business. So find that balance of what you need there. For every one ISA, right? How many AI bots are you, how many agents, different AI agents are you throwing at these VA clients? What do the conversion numbers look like? Do you have the conversion numbers? Yes, there's going to be a lot of regulatory changes, but I'm not too much concerned with that as long as you're within inside the walls of integrity. These AI bots aren't going anywhere anytime soon. You're going to get a lot more of these calls. There'll be rules and regulations around them. So you're doing a good job already. There isn't going to be just one set method that's going to change the way that you're doing this currently. However, just take your time, structure it the way you've been doing it. Make sure that you are hiring and firing fast. I know that sounds harsh, but it's the best way to make sure you don't screw this up. And then just check the conversion numbers, speed to lead, lead to appointment, whatever those conversion numbers are, pin them up against each other at all points in time and just take a close look and make changes fast and often.
Absolutely. And our next question. Hey guys, has anyone in here ever approached local businesses or big businesses to have them use you as their relocation lender for their employees? If so, what is your pitch or what materials do you use for them to give them?
So this is called being a relo, right? So this is when I worked in retail, we had a reload department. That reload department, we would handle very specific situations for a certain company. I can't mention who, but that company would cover closing costs for them. They would help them buy down the rate. They would basically allocate a X amount of money that would go towards this person's loan, and in return, we do some kind of favor when it comes to closing costs or interest rates. So when you say what are the rules, so I want you to understand I have done this on the on our side, but I'm also non-delegated. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it. I know there's a couple different rules, non-del versus just straight broker. So you have to just make sure you can offer it to all the employees. There's a couple rules behind that, but check with your state. But the big thing is just working it out with the employer themselves. Like, what are they willing to give for the relocation? What are they actually doing? Are they going to cover closing costs? Because those are the agreements you're going to have to come up with. And then for you, you could do something like you cover all appraisals for these, but you have to do it for everybody. That's the rule. You could give $1,000 off in costs, but again, you have to do it for everyone. So it's really not that hard. The employer will do most of the heavy lifting. You just have to ask them the right questions as in terms of what they are willing to give on this deal. It's generally a monetary number that they give, and then you use that number as part of the 1003, and that'll go off closing cost or whatever the agreement is between them and the employer.
Got it. Yeah, I have a friend going through this right now, moving East Coast to West Coast, and thinking about him a lot because that's a big trip, big relocation, but new job, new exciting time. So, and our last question of the week. How do you handle battling the servicers and their extremely misleading refi pitches to clients? Examples from today. No loan amount increase for an Earl, yet there's a funding fee at minimum for this particular client, let alone title, etc. $4,000 total cash to close on a FHA streamline on a $500,000 property, etc. Or maybe I am completely missing the mark on how I structure my own refis. Any insight is appreciated.
All right. So they are doing what they are supposed to do, which is marketing and getting their clients to call them, or getting a client to call them. That's what we did in retail forever. The amount of times the client would call it and say, hey, you said this is on here. Can I get this exact rate? And then I would be taught to pivot away. And God, was I really good at it. And a lot of retail is unbelievable at it still to this day. So to answer your question, it's misleading intentionally because they want that client to call them. And then from there, they'll have a conversation and they'll say things like, oh yeah, it depends on your credit score and it depends on the appraised value. There's all these little things and tricks that we were taught to say. And so that's what you're dealing with. So how do you combat it? What do you do? Well, here's what I would do if I were you. Number one, download your database and do it by loan type. If you're struggling on the VA side or FHA, get all your FHA closed clients, send them all an email. And in the subject line, say, no increase to your loan amount. And then in the actual body, say, hey, there are mailers going out that are not from me saying this. If you get one, please make sure I'm your second call. I helped you close your loan. Really simple email that works really well. Or you call them. If you don't have a tremendous amount of clients and you can call them and say, hey, here's why I'm calling. Here's what we're seeing. Clients like yourselves are being taken advantage of, and here's how. So if you get any mailers that come in, can you just make sure I'm your second call? That's the best way for you to combat this. It works like a charm a majority of the time because clients trust you. You helped them close their loan the first time around. You already have that trust that a lot of these other places don't have. So that is exactly what I would do to combat it, and just understand they're doing it intentionally.
Yeah, it's almost a good opportunity to remind your past clients that you are the expert that they can trust because you are getting ahead of it. You're seeing this happen. And so then you can basically tell them, hey, I know this is happening. I know these are going out. I know people are getting these.
Yep.
Here's what is really happening. But cool. Well, I hope that answers your question. And if you want your question answered on the Broker Power Up podcast when you are an AIME member and in the Brokers Are Best Facebook group, leave a hashtag Broker Power Up and we will get it answered here on the podcast. If you are not an AIME member, you can scan the QR code, take a listen to our ad, and we'll be right back with some sales pitch training. See you in a sec.
Are you a wholesale mortgage professional? Well, then the very first thing you need is a community to help you and your business grow. With AIME membership, your community is right here. Joining our community means never navigating the market alone or operating without a safety net ever again. We are 16,000 members strong of united wholesale professionals. From rookies to top-ranking originators, all dedicated to supporting each other's success so we can grow together. Beyond entry to the best community in the mortgage industry, AIME membership gives you the resources, tools, guidance, discounts, services, and support that help you and your wholesale business grow, thrive, and most importantly, close more loans. AIME membership connects you with leading wholesale lenders and vendors, offering you exclusive access, services, and discounts that save you more money while helping you make more money. Never get stuck on a loan again with our lender escalation program. Grow your network and skills with the wholesale industry's best conferences and networking events. Get the strategies and skills of top originators and industry innovators with AIME's cutting-edge wholesale mortgage education, resources, and content. AIME offers all of this and more, starting at a low price of $19.99 a month. You heard it here first. Couple cups of Starbucks coffee. For you to learn more and get started, all you have to do is visit aimegroup.com, AIME group.com /membership. Your community is waiting.
And I'm waiting to become a better salesperson. John, what do you got?
So I'm going to take it a little different, Tommy, and
Sure.
talk about protecting our industry, protecting our space as mortgage brokers for a second. You know, I'm watching all of these posts about AI and about how to use AI and what's the best one, and all these different loan officers are posting all their different tech stacks, which I love, right? I love the collaboration. I love that we're excited about it. But as recently, about a week ago, what we started seeing is the opportunity to allow AI to take control of your computer, basically, is what
Don't do it.
occurs. So what it's called is root access. And there are companies out there saying, hey, give our AI root access to your computer. And when you give a root access, think about what a root means, right? The roots, the absolute bottom of it, the main thing that runs everything. Root access, you're giving it access to your entire life. And there are loan officers out there that have chosen to do this. And the reason that they choose to do this is because with root access, this AI can basically reply and do anything and everything faster than you can do it. So reply to all your Facebook comments. God, I would love that. I'm so bad at it. Reply to your Instagram, reply to pre-approvals, to emails. It will reply and do anything and everything for you. All right. So I'm watching people post about it and they're talking about it. This is very dangerous for us as mortgage brokers. It's very important. Regulators are already changing the platform when it comes to AI, and they're changing the laws and regulation, and they're becoming more strict. We're getting letters from the state of Michigan right now about what they're going to do with AI, how they're going to track it, how you have to keep track of what you're doing, what kind of access you're giving AI. All this stuff is going to come to fruition at some point or another. And right now, retail would love nothing more than to use this against us. And you might say, well, John, that's not true. Well, you just saw about the Basel Act, right? That they're trying to pass, which is basically saying, hey, we don't like that banks aren't servicing these loans anymore. So we want them to service again. So government steps in and says, hey, we'll make it easier. Please come back and service, which will hurt mortgage brokers long term. This is no different. Now, how could this hurt us? Any leak that can occur, any leak that happens to this private data, and it's because we gave root access to an AI bot, is going to hurt the entire community. It doesn't just hurt me. It doesn't just hurt you. It hurts everybody because it will be used against us. Every news outlet will pick it up, and everybody will talk about how mortgage brokers aren't protecting your data. That's what they'll say. But you know why? Because I would say that if I was on the other side of it. That's what I would say. I'd say, oh my gosh, that's who you're choosing to work with? Did you see this article that just came out? So this is what brokers, this is why working with retail is such a big, that's what they say. That's why I would say that. So please protect your data at all costs. I know it's not a sales tip today, but I thought it was very relevant and important. It's been on my mind heavily in our Facebook group. I also am posting on our Brokers Are Best. You do have to be part of the Facebook group, but it's a document that you can put your company header on, and it's basically just protecting yourself and your company about AI, and send it out to your employees. CYA, protect yourself, what they can't do with the AI, not giving root access, things of that nature. But please protect our channel at all costs. I love that you're getting excited about AI. Continue to get excited, but do not give it access to everything in your life. It will be detrimental for us at some point in time. And that's what I have to share with you all today. And that's it.
Absolutely. I had a couple things because
Please.
backing up on that, when I was going through the questions and pulling questions for this week, it was hard to not find just AI. And just that's all the questions, a lot of the questions that I was seeing. And I was like, this is like an AI group instead of a mortgage group. And I just don't want that I know I don't have any control over that, but
Mhm.
it's rough to see that from I'm a consumer, right? I'm not a mortgage broker. So seeing that and just being like, how can I save my time and basically just send a bunch of bots or a bunch of AI people to go reach out to these people that are going to trust me with the most expensive purchase of their life. And so if I get a call personally, like in our questions from the broker buzz, if I got a call from AI agent that was like, "Hey, I hear you're looking to buy a house." Hang up. I'm done.
Yeah, yeah.
And caller ID probably has that company name or something tied to it. I'm blocking. I'm done. I see that name again, I'm done. I don't trust. I use AI, but I do not trust it with anything that comes close to personal data or like I use it to help me like I'll write an email and be like, make this sound more professional because I'm in an angry mood. And I
Yeah, yeah, that's it.
like I use it for communication mainly or like creative brainstorming, but I never really use it for final products. Like something that I'm doing for work is me doing that work. So when you are a mortgage broker and working with clients, I feel like AI can help you strategize. AI can help you better manage your time or there are all these things that AI is great for. But then I draw a line at one, I draw a line way before root access to my computer. Like that's not even a thought. Like when I started hearing of that happening, I was just like, why would anyone allow, especially
Why would you do this? Yeah.
yeah, like it's the reason there are video games, right? That need security things that put root access on your computer. They require root access to be able to make sure you're not cheating in their game.
Mhm.
I don't play those games, not because I cheat, but because I don't want anything having root access to my computer. And I am seeing rumors about Windows 12, which is making me nervous.
I just
That's a
saw
whole
this.
that's a
Yeah.
whole other story that maybe we can dive into a tech thing, another podcast, but don't
I
give
just saw that.
don't give root access. Be cautious about Windows 12. Apple just came out with new $500 MacBooks. I think Apple is pivoting themselves very well to be the security. Hey,
Well, they
this
don't
is-
let anybody in their ecosystem. That's the thing.
yeah. Oh well, yeah. There's tons of negatives to Apple as well.
No, there are too, but I'm
Yeah.
I'm an Apple user myself.
Oh, me too.
I use
Yeah, I'm a
everything
fanboy.
Apple. Mhm.
Yeah.
All right,
But-
y'all.
Cool. Well, thank you for tuning into the Broker Power Up podcast. If you found today's tips helpful, do us a favor, hit the like button to let us know you enjoyed it, which helps even more people see this content. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, ring the bell to get notified every time we drop new content. Share this video with a fellow broker who could use a power up. Remember to lead by example, to lift each other up, to grow together, and most importantly, close more loans. Until next time, keep powering up.